Hello, lovely ladies. Watch out for the quiet ones. They have storms inside them. In a world that values status and noisy, showy people, the Sigma female is different. She blends into the crowd, quiet, thoughtful, and full of inner strength. Many people underestimate her power until it's too late. While we're often taught to look out for those who make a lot of noise, it's really the ones who are happy alone that you should be wary of. Here's a fact. Psychologists say that people who don't need others to validate them, like those with a Sigma personality, are usually the toughest to sway or control. Their ability to stand alone is their strongest trait. For the Sigma female, this independence is used very carefully. She doesn't look for your approval, she isn't trying to grab your attention, and that's what makes her incredibly powerful. Number 1. Deep in thought and spirit. Sigma females have a deep way of thinking and feeling that makes them stand out in a crowd, capturing attention in a way that can be both intriguing and slightly unnerving. While many people are happy with shallow conversations and basic understanding, Sigma females seek a much deeper understanding of both the world and themselves. This desire for depth makes them distinct, but it can also be challenging for those who prefer things to be straightforward and predictable. They often question common ways of seeing the world, not just accepting things as they are, but always asking why things are the way they are. They look beneath the surface for the deeper meanings and truths. Their way of thinking isn't just about facts and clear logic. They see patterns, hidden reasons, and the things that aren't directly said. This deep thinking lets them understand people very well, helping them see through lies and pretense easily. But their search for knowledge isn't limited to just intellectual pursuits. They are also deeply spiritual. They explore their internal world as skillfully as they navigate the external one. This combination of sharp thinking and deep spiritual reflection makes Sigma females hard to fool. They quickly notice when things don't add up, whether it's in someone's words or in their surroundings. While others might get caught up in the small stuff or materialistic aspects, Sigma females always keep their eyes on the broader issues. They are deeply connected to their core beliefs, which are based on their own life goals, not just what is popular or expected by society. This strong foundation makes them very stable and confident. They are able to leave behind situations that others might stick with out of fear or because it's comfortable, because they know their true value comes from within, not from what others think of them. This deep self-awareness can be intimidating to those around them, especially because it makes others reflect on their own shallowness. In her company, you are pushed to examine your own beliefs and depth, or the lack of it. Her strength lies in her ability to question everything, including herself and others' core beliefs. It's uncomfortable to be around someone who consistently questions the way you view the world, especially when she often has a point. Number 2. Independent yet a fierce leader. Sigma females usually prefer to be on their own, but when they decide to lead, they do it with such focus and precision that everyone takes notice. Unlike typical leaders who might lean on charm or their social connections, Sigma females lead through their actions and by setting an example. They don't just talk about their plans or try to inspire others with speeches. They show what can be achieved by actually doing it. This approach makes them very effective leaders because people tend to follow those who demonstrate results, even if their methods are a bit different. What distinguishes a Sigma female in a leadership role is her ability to remain unbothered by emotional distractions that can cloud judgment. She doesn't let popular opinion or temporary issues sway her. She has a strong internal compass and follows it with complete dedication. This gives her a special skill to look past the distractions that confuse others. enabling her to take bold steps that many wouldn't even think about. Her style of leadership isn't about controlling or overpowering others. She doesn't need to oversee every detail or exert her power overtly. Instead, she leads with a quiet certainty that stands out on its own. Her tendency to work independently also shows in how she tackles challenges as a leader. A Sigma female is not scared to take on responsibility or make tough choices. She doesn't rely on a group of advisors to confirm her decisions. This independence makes her strong and able to deal with a lot of pressure, which often impresses others with her resilience. But it's not just her ability to handle challenges alone that makes her an outstanding leader. It's how she encourages those around her. When a Sigma female leads, people feel motivated to meet high standards because her actions, rather than her words, motivate them. She draws the best from those around her, not by demanding it, but because her example and presence naturally lead others to give their best. Number 3. Quiet watchers, strategic thinkers. Sigma females excel at watching quietly and planning strategically. They are the kind of people who observe calmly while everyone else is eager to speak up and be noticed. This doesn't mean they are uninterested or passive. Rather, they are carefully gathering data and waiting for the perfect moment to take action. While others may make hasty decisions or react impulsively, a Sigma female is always thinking ahead. Her mind is always busy analyzing situations, people, and relationships, which helps her foresee outcomes that others often overlook. This skill of observing without being obvious gives her a notable edge in social or professional settings. She might not stand out initially, not because she lacks importance, but because she opts not to draw attention to herself. Meanwhile, she's collecting valuable insights, understanding power dynamics, interpreting body language, and discerning what drives people. By the time others recognize her influence, she has already positioned her pieces on the board. Her method of planning is just as thorough and detailed. Sigma females avoid acting on impulse or making rushed decisions. They know that the true strength lies in choosing the right time and being precise. They often let others take the first step, understanding that responding with a strategy can be more effective than being the first to act. When they do make a move, it's deliberate. Every action is thought out, and they rarely show all their cards. They prefer to operate behind the scenes, executing moves that might seem minor but have major impacts. Their strategies are usually intricate, and they have the patience to wait for them to develop, no matter how long it takes. A Sigma woman's true strength lies in her ability to stay calm and collected throughout it all. She doesn't get upset easily, nor does she give away her plans. People often underestimate her because she doesn't show off her intelligence or strategic capabilities. But when her plans start unfolding, it becomes evident that she's been in control from the start. By the time others realize what's happening, they have already been outplayed. Her quiet, calculated method is why she should never be underestimated. While others are just reacting, she's already many steps ahead, and she thrives in this position. Number 4, not bound by material things. Sigma females are not interested in materialism, and this trait is one of the key reasons they stand out and command respect. While society often pushes for more belongings, more prestige, more external approval, Sigma females are indifferent. Their sense of worth isn't based on possessions or outward signs of success. Instead, they find value in experiences, knowledge, and personal growth, not in collecting items or gaining others' approval. This lack of interest in material things gives them a unique kind of freedom that can seem daunting to others. They are free from the pressures that drive most people's actions. They don't need the newest gadgets, the largest homes, or the most expensive cars to feel successful. They realize these things are temporary and essentially empty. This outlook allows them to concentrate on what truly matters: personal satisfaction, deep relationships, and inner peace. While others are busy trying to keep up with the latest trends or pursue the next status symbol, Sigma females remain rooted in their own purpose. They don't dismiss success or wealth. However, any success they have usually comes naturally from their dedication and intelligence, not as their primary aim. Sigma females do not base their identity on their possessions or how others see them. This makes them difficult to impress or sway. Flashy displays of wealth or superficial promises don't influence a Sigma female. She sees through them because her values are not tied to external factors. She understands that material things can disappear suddenly, but her mind, strength, and experiences are hers forever. Their distance from materialism also keeps them from being caught in the consumerist culture that is prevalent today. They do not feel pressured to fit in with expected norms, like wearing certain types of clothes, choosing specific brands, or chasing a particular lifestyle. This independence makes them exceptionally resilient. They depend solely on themselves because their happiness and self-worth are not dependent on external approval. They live life on their own terms, seeking what truly satisfies them instead of what others might suggest. This approach makes them unique, undisturbed, and firm in a world that often values appearances over substance. Number 5. She looks beyond appearances. Sigma females have a striking ability to see through people's pretenses. They are not easily deceived by looks, charm, or well-crafted public images. In both personal and professional settings, they possess an intuitive knack for spotting inconsistencies that others might miss. This makes them a threat to anyone who depends on superficiality or deceit to succeed. While others may be influenced by a persuasive speaker or someone adept at social interactions, Sigma females quickly perceive the true nature of a person. It's not only about noticing body language or catching contradictions, though they excel in these areas as well. It's more profound. Sigma females have a keen awareness that helps them quickly understand what drives people, what they're concealing, and their real motives. They can tell when someone is not being genuine, even if that person is highly skilled at maintaining their facade. This skill stems from deep observation and a solid understanding of human behavior. Sigma females invest considerable time observing others from a distance, enabling them to easily spot discrepancies between someone's words and their actions. When dealing with a Sigma female, the usual tactics that work on others won't succeed. She isn't swayed by flattery and is resistant to any form of manipulation. Attempting to cover your flaws or insecurities with overconfidence will fail with her. She'll see right through it, and once she does, you will lose her respect. Sigma females hold authenticity in the highest regard. They don't mind if someone has imperfections, as long as they are open about them. What they cannot tolerate is dishonesty. If you try to pretend to be something you're not, she will either confront you directly or simply leave without looking back. This ability makes her an excellent judge of character, which is why Sigma females often have a tight-knit group of friends. They prefer not to be around people who are not genuine. Their time and effort are precious, and they choose not to spend it on anyone who isn't truthful with them. If you're hiding something, she will find out. If you're pretending to be something you're not, she will notice. And once she sees through it, there's no chance for redemption. She's already moved past it. Number 6. Cannot be swayed or controlled. Sigma females are beyond manipulation, a trait that distinctly separates them from many others. They don't adhere to typical social norms or fall for the common tricks used to control or sway others. Emotional manipulation, guilt tactics, or even compliments fail to affect a Sigma female. She is impervious to these strategies because her self-awareness is firm and her decisions are based on reason rather than feelings. She doesn't look for approval and certainly doesn't need anyone's validation, making her a difficult person for anyone trying to influence her actions. Her resilience stems from her independence. Sigma females do not depend on others for their joy or self-esteem. They're quite happy on their own, often thriving in solitude. This autonomy means they aren't easily persuaded by the usual desires for social connection or belonging that often lead to manipulation. They aren't concerned about being rejected, nor do they feel the need to blend in with the crowd. Because they don't seek approval from others, attempts at emotional manipulation simply do not work on them. Trying to make her feel guilty or using her fear of being alone to get her to do something will not work. She simply doesn't care enough to be affected by it. Her keen intelligence also protects her from being manipulated. Sigma females are natural at solving problems and thinking critically. They can identify manipulation tactics well before others even notice. She will recognize your intentions, evaluate the situation, and either confront it directly or disconnect without a second thought. Those attempting to control her often end up frustrated because she does not respond as they anticipate. Instead of succumbing to the emotional traps set for her, she stays cool, distant, and fully in charge of her choices. Sigma females also set firm boundaries. They know what they will accept and what they won't, and they enforce these boundaries decisively. If someone tries to push her past these limits through manipulation, she will immediately shut it down. There's no wavering, no second chances. This resolute approach can be daunting for many, because once she senses someone is trying to manipulate her, they are cut off permanently. At her core, a Sigma female's strength comes from her determination not to be swayed by anyone else's plans. She isn't heartless, she's simply unmanageable. Number 7. Her achievements are quiet but powerful. Sigma females don't feel the need to showcase their achievements. While many people actively promote themselves, seek recognition, and crave applause for even small accomplishments, Sigma females adopt a totally different strategy. Their success is quiet, consistent, and persistent. They aren't looking to gain approval from others or to flaunt their achievements. In fact, most people may not even be aware of her success until they see the outcomes, and by that time, she has already shifted her focus to the next objective. This quiet determination stems from strong internal motivation. Sigma females don't rely on external validation to motivate themselves. Their aims are personal, and their drive comes solely from within. They are not interested in competing with others or proving anything to the public. Instead, they hold themselves to high standards, and that is what counts for them. Whether they are working behind the scenes, refining their skills, or reaching goals unnoticed by others, they keep advancing, undisturbed by the desire for recognition. The results speak for themselves, but she isn't concerned about whether anyone notices. What makes her method so impactful is that her actions always outshine her words. While others are celebrating their minor victories, the Sigma female has already excelled and moved on. Her success isn't showy or ostentatious, but it's unmistakable. This quiet determination often surprises people because they don't anticipate it. While others are busy trying to impress or maintain their image, she's diligently working on something much more significant. When her achievements are finally revealed, they are typically met with astonishment and respect. Another element of her success is that it doesn't conform to traditional views of what achievement should look like. Sigma females define success by their own standards. They don't pursue the usual societal rewards like titles, wealth, or status symbols. Instead, they concentrate on what genuinely satisfies them, whether that's intellectual advancement, artistic expression, or perfecting a skill. Their achievements are significant because they stem from true passion and self-motivation, not from a need to surpass others. Number 8. Expert at staying uninvolved. Sigma females are experts at stepping back, a skill that gives them a distinct advantage in both personal and professional settings. Unlike others who may feel compelled to get involved in every argument or piece of drama, Sigma females have a remarkable ability to evaluate situations from a distance without becoming caught up in them. This isn't about being indifferent or emotionless. It's about knowing when to distance themselves from situations that sap their energy or divert their attention from their objectives. They don't spend time on needless conflicts or negativity, and this distinguishes them in a world where many feel obligated to respond to confrontations. Sigma females don't hastily jump in to defend themselves or assert their perspective. Instead, they take time to understand the context, which allows them to reply thoughtfully instead of impulsively. They realize that not every conflict needs to be addressed, and that sometimes the wisest choice is to simply walk away. This deliberate withdrawal preserves their peace and helps them maintain focus on what's truly important. People often overlook the effectiveness of this approach. By choosing not to engage, Sigma females keep control over their energy and emotions. Additionally, Sigma females are very attuned to their surroundings. They can detect when a situation is turning harmful or when relationships start to drain their energy. Instead of staying and dealing with the consequences, they put their well-being first. If a friendship or professional relationship isn't beneficial anymore, they won't hesitate to pull back, even if others might misinterpret their actions. Their skill in disengaging isn't just about dodging negativity. It's a deliberate choice that helps them nurture healthier relationships and surroundings that promote growth. This skill in stepping back also applies to how they handle themselves in group interactions. Sigma females often stay out of the spotlight, watching and evaluating the dynamics and energy around them. They know when to speak and when to stay quiet, choosing their moments to make a significant impact. Because they don't feel compelled to constantly make their presence felt, their words tend to have greater influence when they do decide to speak up. Number 9. Firm confidence in herself. Sigma females have a strong sense of self-belief that truly distinguishes them. This confidence is not based on pride or shallow praise. Instead, it arises from a deep understanding of their own value and abilities. They are deeply aware of their true selves, and this knowledge is the foundation of their toughness. No amount of outside criticism or skepticism can shake them because their self-confidence is deeply rooted and firm. This belief in themselves often stems from their experiences. Sigma females have encountered challenges and setbacks just like anyone else, but instead of letting these experiences weaken them, they use them to build themselves up. Every failure is seen as a lesson, every hurdle an opportunity to become stronger. This mindset allows them to hold firm belief in their ability to tackle anything that comes their way. They don't view setbacks as defeats. They see them as chances to improve. Additionally, Sigma females are not influenced by what others think. While many people look for affirmation or approval, Sigma females are comfortable with their own convictions. They don't disregard helpful criticism. Rather, they evaluate it with careful judgment. They are open to learning, but will not let anyone set the limits of their worth or potential. This independence from needing others' approval gives them a strong sense of freedom that many admire. Their confidence also leads to decisive action. Sigma females are not scared to take risks or explore new paths. They trust their own instincts and judgments, enabling them to make bold choices without doubting themselves. This bravery can be inspiring. When others see her steadfast confidence, it often motivates them to follow their own dreams with more determination. They display a calm strength that attracts people, making them natural leaders, even if they don't actively seek leadership roles. Another important part of their self-belief is being true to themselves. Sigma females accept their genuine selves, flaws and all, without trying to conform to traditional expectations. This authenticity boosts their confidence even more. They are proud of who they are, and this pride is evident, drawing others who value genuineness. In a world that often tries to label and define people, Sigma females stand out as remarkable individuals who break the mold. Their unique mix of strength, independence, and solid self-belief makes them formidable and influential. Number 10. Masters of adaptation. Sigma females are the epitome of versatility, seamlessly blending into any situation with remarkable ease and grace. These women are masters of adaptation, capable of shifting their strategies and approaches without losing their core identity. This incredible adaptability allows them to handle life's various challenges and changes with a calm, assured demeanor that many find both soothing and inspiring. Unlike those who might resist change, Sigma females embrace it, viewing each new circumstance as an opportunity to learn and grow. This flexibility is not about losing themselves to fit in. Rather, it's about evolving while staying true to their values and beliefs. It enables them to thrive in environments that might overwhelm others, adapting swiftly and effectively. By adjusting and evolving, they not only survive but flourish, all while maintaining their integrity and principles. Their capability to adapt in the face of adversity or uncertainty is indeed a secret weapon, making them both formidable and respected figures in any setting. Number 11. Intuitive connectors. Despite their preference for solitude and a seemingly reserved nature, Sigma females possess a profound ability to connect with others on an intuitive level. They steer clear of superficial interactions, choosing instead to engage in relationships that are grounded in authenticity and deep mutual respect. This innate capability to form intuitive connections makes them exceptional at understanding others' needs and emotions. They excel as listeners, offering an empathetic ear and a comforting presence. Their understanding goes beyond mere words. They can often sense underlying feelings and unspoken thoughts, making those around them feel deeply seen and valued. This empathic skill not only endears them to those close to them, but also amplifies their influence in social and professional circles. By forging bonds based on genuine care and understanding, they create a network of relationships that are both profound and impactful. This rare gift not only strengthens their personal connections, but also enhances their leadership qualities as they lead with empathy and compassion. Sigma females stand out because they can think clearly and make plans even when things are hectic. They're experts at staying away from negative influences and don't focus much on material things. This gives them a strong influence that encourages others to see more than just appearances. They are dedicated to finding personal satisfaction and succeed in a quiet but impressive way, demonstrating a unique style of leadership that is genuine, smart, and boldly self-reliant. As we honor the exceptional qualities of Sigma females, it's important to understand that these aren't just personal traits. They are part of a broader mindset and lifestyle that can uplift anyone who adopts them. If you feel a connection with the Sigma spirit or want to learn more about it, consider subscribing to the channel. Join our vibrant community to connect with others who share your interests, swap ideas, and start a journey of self-discovery and empowerment together. Let's celebrate the power and resilience of Sigma females as we inspire and support one another. Thanks to all the wonderful viewers for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye, stay blessed, and as always, until next time.